So today we are going to make saba sushi. This is freshly bought saba, mackerel, and we're going to process it for New Year's. It was a recipe that was handed down to me by my mother and her mother, and they came from Kyushu, which is the southern part of Japan. And during the time when my grandmother was alive, they didn't have refrigeration, so they cured the fish with salt. So that's going to be the first process. We'll take this and cover it with salt and some sugar and cure it. Now, the trick to the saba sushi is, first of all, is how you cut it. There's different ways that people cut this, but the way I was taught is to cut the saba from the back. So we will cut back here and then open it up, and this way this part of the fish is left intact. Okay, now what I have done, I've taken this knife and just cut the back of the saba. Don't go all the way through. Make sure you don't cut the belly. And just cut it open like that. And then you kind of open it up a little bit. And as you can see, we've exposed the belly, or where the intestines are. And what we'll do is we'll pull all of this out and wash it, and then we'll salt it. Here we go. Okay, now we've opened the fish up and we've cleaned the cavity out. And now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the gills. So here are the gills, and we'll just kind of take those gills out. On both sides. So now this is how how it looks. And in the olden days, what they used to do now is they take salt and they put salt on here, and then they put it on the outside here, and after they get it nice and doused with salt, then they cover it up and put it someplace where it's real cold outside, and you let it set. So you let it set for a day, and then you check it, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, we have had this fish soaking in salt for about 2.5 days now, and I've been draining the liquid out of it throughout that time, and now we are going to start removing the skin. And it actually, we just peel it off. Okay, here is the fish now. The skin has been removed, and this is what the skin looks like. So now we're on to taking the bones out. Okay, and just pull out these bones. Okay, now we have removed the bones. We have taken the skin off of the back. So now we're going to just rinse the salt off. Okay, I made a brine, and this has about a fourth of a cup of this rice vinegar, and about a couple teaspoons of this rice wine. And then I put a couple tablespoons. Let's see how much sugar I put. About 3 tablespoons of sugar, and about 3 tablespoons of salt. And I made this brine. And now I'm just going to let it sit. and we'll put it in the refrigerator. Not the refrigerator, we'll put it someplace very cold for a couple days. Is the seasoning for the rice, and I put a half a cup of rice vinegar, a tablespoon of rice wine, tablespoon I put of honey, and then I'll put a little salt in.
Those two green things.
Oh yeah, and I put this in here, which is kombu, and I'll just cook it up and let it simmer. Okay, we just simmered the juices in the pot, and after it started to just simmer a little bit, I removed the kombu out of there and stuck the juice in a jar. And now we'll just stick this jar of rice seasoning in the refrigerator, and it'll be ready just before we start to fill the fish with the rice. Okay. Okay, we are back again here, and this is the juice that we made for the rice, and it's been sitting in the refrigerator for about 3 days. So now we are just going to take, this is freshly made white rice, or sushi rice. I have a little bit of brown rice in here, but not much. And we're going to put some rice. It's pretty hot. It's still a little bit hot. You can see the steam come out. Okay, now here's the rice, the hot rice, in a bowl, and I'm going to take this broth and just mix it in here and season the rice. Mix it up. Okay, this fish has been sitting in the brine now for 3 days. I'm just going to very carefully just kind of rinse it and squeeze it a little bit so it doesn't get the rice too soggy. Okay. There. Now we got the fish just kind of on this makizushi, on this little sushi pad, and we're going to stick some rice right in there. Right inside the fish, and we'll put the rice in there, and after we have the rice in there the way we want it, then we'll just roll it. Okay, now we're just going to take this fish and we're going to just roll it.
That's why it's important to cut the fish from behind and leave the stomach intact.
Right. Then you have all of this stuff closed, and it holds the rice inside of the fish real nice. And so now we just roll it, and that's it. We're done. We'll keep this fish nice and roll tight like this for the morning. We'll put it someplace very cool, and then well, I guess this evening sometime after a couple hours, then we'll cut the fish, okay?
Do you save the head or no? And the tail?
Yeah, we're going to. You don't have to, but it's kind of like a decorative thing, and it's kind of filled with rice, and when it settles, then I'll just cut it into.
So pretty much the pieces that are edible is from the head to the tail.
I don't, of course, you can't eat the head. But
yeah. Okay. Well, that's how you make saba sushi. For good luck.
Okay.